What up, Cucks? It's your boy, the Hater, and it's time to react to what many people consider to be the greatest wrestling promo ever from start to finish. Of course, I'm talking about the Dudley Boys in ECW. Let's go over what a real promo is, motherfucks. Let's get started up in this piece.
It's always time for the Dudley Boys to testify. The only tag team belt that means a damn thing in the wrestling business. You're looking at 6 times greatness. The best damn tag team in the world today. We challenge anybody to take us off the pedestals that we've climbed so high. We're the greatest. Sit up and take notice, wrestling world. We're going down in history as the greatest tag team that ever freaking lived.
Testify! They were not wrong about anything there. The greatest tag team of all time, in my opinion. But the one thing that I want to note here is listen to the crowd reaction already, right? The crowd was already into this, and this is like a crowd of like 200 people in Philadelphia or whatever. This is in 1999, Cucks. Let's continue.
Tough to argue with 6-time World Tag Team Champion. Would you look at Joel Gertner? He had a fireball thrown in his face at our last pay-per-view that was 2 months ago. It barely grazed him. Yes, it was thrown by Balls Mahoney. He didn't get that badly burned. He's eating world.
He's looking especially handsome. In what true hardcore and extreme wrestling is all about.
Let's just go over real quick all the storytelling elements that have happened already. Joey Styles on commentary explains very clearly why Joel Gertner is wearing a mask, right? He fills in the gaps, right? Not when Bubba and Devon are talking, but when there's silence from them, right? As they're making their entrance, he fills in the gaps. Instead of saying things like what Corey Graves might say, his social media feed was really good this week, they explain the storyline as to what is happening, right? And they shut the fuck up when it's time for the Dudley Boys to speak, because this is part of the presentation. Meanwhile, you have sign guy Dudley over there holding a sign. That's part of his gimmick. But once again, it makes a cohesive package. Now let's get to the promo, hopefully, Cuts.
His whole face is bent. He looks like the Invisible Man. Talk about overselling.
Those are great socks he's got on.
The Dudley Boys are in the house and just turned up the heat a little bit more than normal. So if I was you, I'd sit down and shut the fuck up.
Oh boy.
All right, we're already off to a great start, obviously, right? Devon telling the fans to shut the fuck up makes sense. This is pay-per-view, right? You could say these things on pay-per-view, but you couldn't say it on TNN or TNN, I think, yeah. You couldn't say it on TNN back then, obviously, right? But you could say it on pay-per-view. So this was yet another reason to buy the pay-per-view, because the underpinnings were that the things that you couldn't put on TV, you're going to sure as shit put on the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? This is not just limited to the language that the wrestlers are going to use. This is also going to come into play with matches and blood and things like that. But another thing, Devon tells the crowd to shut the fuck up. This is great, and I'll tell you why, right? The crowd automatically is put on the back heel. They're already angry now. They're like, who the fuck is this guy to tell us shut the fuck up, right? They're probably drunk, and the crowd is a very important element of this promo, Cucks. Let's get to it.
Is that really necessary?
Trying to make a point, Joey Styles. Get off his feet.
Just being in this miserable piece of shit city makes me fucking You people are nothing but lower class white trash pieces of garbage.
They know it's true, motherfucks. They know they are pieces of shit. They know they are white trash, and there's nothing they can do about it. This is called character work and crowd work. Cuts.
Some people hate to hear the truth.
People didn't pay the hard-earned money to be insulted.
He's a 6-time world champion. He knows what he's talking about.
They cheated every time.
Tonight, Dayton, Ohio, and the rest of the entire wrestling world are gonna find out why me and my brother Devon are the best goddamn tag team in the world. And if we had the time, we would come out there and kick every one of your asses.
You damn right. And they easily could too, because the Dudley boys were real men, motherfucks. And just like he said, you need, obviously this promo's not for everybody and it wouldn't fly today. But the point is, he's interacting with the crowd. The crowd is in on it. This is what kayfabe is all about, right? The crowd can sit there for a minute and pretend that they are pissed off at the Dudleys when they know they're being entertained. Nowadays, the crowd wants to be the entertainment, right? Let's get to it.
I think he's pointing up at you, Joey Styles.
Must you always stir it up?
I mean, let's take a look at you people. We got some faggot in a Hawaiian shirt down here.
Can we please be a little more politically correct?
Can we please be a little bit more politically correct? Joey Styles says. All right, obviously that word does not fly anymore today, but in the 90s and early 2000s, that word was every other word out of people's mouths. So, in this case, though, Bubba Ray is using it in the very offensive terminology because he's suggesting that the fan is probably a homosexual. So let's get to it. And they're pointing at someone.
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick.
Just listen to the crowd. I mean, the crowd speaks for itself.
Why are you laughing, Joey Styles?
I'm not
That's
laughing.
not funny.
I'm not laughing.
And we got some ugly Stankosaurus who's gonna take 9 inches of black dick so far up her ass she won't know what hit her.
Well, that sounds like a party I'd like to go to. Are you in?
Look at Devon acting it out. The best part of that was that he pointed at Devon because she's not just going to sleep with any random black guy. It's going to be Devon, motherfucks.
No, I'm not.
I like the Dudleys.
Did you ex me on the party my wife travels with me?
Oh, is that your wife?
TNA plus Dudleys equals ratings, cucks.
The one in the front row? No.
And you know what the great part about it is? None of you people got the guts to do anything about it.
Security, would security please surround the ring?
No one's good.
And listen to Joey Styles selling it, right? He says, security, please surround the ring. Now, this is like part kayfabe and part true because the fans here are kind of crazy, right? They're probably all drunk. So it's like someone could take this personally and go in there and do something, right? But obviously, the greater point that's being made here is to get the viewer at home invested, to make them feel like it's real, right? Even someone that knows it's not real, if they watch this promo, they're going to think like, wow, what the fuck? That's crazy, right? It's so crazy, in fact, that it might be real. Now, I tell you, go and find a friend maybe who doesn't watch wrestling and show them, I don't know, any promo from the New Day and ask them, okay, do you feel immersed in this at all? They're going to be like, fuck no, what the hell are you talking about? These guys come out with unicorn horns and throw pancakes at people. It's goofy and stupid. And then ask the same friend or maybe a different friend who doesn't watch wrestling to watch this promo and ask if they feel immersed. And ask them, imagine if you were there, right? You would actually have emotions because no matter how far away you are from the presentation of wrestling, right? Certain things are facts. At the end of the day, if you're watching Con Air and Nicolas Cage turns around to the screen and says, you're a piece of shit, you're going to feel some type of way a little bit. You're going to be like, oh, that's clever. That's a clever little trick. That's what's happening here, right? That's the importance of actually working the crowd.
Going to make a move. They're the 6-time World Tag Team Champions, and they know it. That woman in the front row might make a move.
You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me, my brother? Come on, you fat, bald motherfucker!
How did he know his name?
How great is that right there, right? First of all, they're making this fan's day, right? The fan finally gets to interact with the Dudley Boys, right? And this is great. The fan knows that this is all the work, hopefully, right? But it doesn't matter. Even though he knows it, as you're going to see in the next few moments, he's going to get into it, kind of. You see what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Time out. Time out. You know what? It seems that you're a little confused. So since you won't come to us, we'll come to you.
Uh-oh, here comes an insurance disaster. Big lawsuit.
Now what are you going to do, Contact? What are you going to do,
Now what are you going to do about it, right? Now Bubba Ray's in your face. You talked all that shit. You flipped them off. Do something about it.
Is that the girl who's going to the party? This is too much for
How great is that, motherfuckers? He also made that fan's day, but she took it seriously. She spat on his face. I've seen this kind of stuff in the indies when I go to an occasional indie show when someone really has a lot of heat, even in a smaller crowd than this. People react. These people that spit on Bubba Ray, like, these people are obviously insane, right? They probably don't understand that it's fully a work, right? Now, when I say fully a work, I mean, let's be real. Part of this, it's true. I'm sure Bubba Ray feels this way about these people, right? Because look at them. They're all a bunch of dorks. But the point is, this woman went too far, and Bubba Ray obviously spat back, right? Because that's how wrestling was back in the day, motherfuckers. Don't you miss it?
I can't believe that. I'm shocked. That woman has no class, spitting on Bubba Ray like that.
I'm not getting involved in this. I don't find this funny.
How can you not get involved in it? You're the play-by-play. Call it.
This isn't wrestling. It's nothing to do with entertainment. It's just obnoxious. It's deplorable. It's offensive.
Oh, here we go. This is one of my favorite parts.
Well.
Now, if you guys don't know anything about Big Joel Gertner, you're gonna see how great this guy was on the mic too. But I'm sure most of you probably know about it a little bit, I would say. So without further ado, let's get to it. Joel Gertner, cucks.
Why go to the movies when you can stay home and see me, the one the ladies call Big Daddy, the one who already slept with the general's daughter, and the one who truly knows how to inspect her gadget. I am dripping with sarcasm.
Look at that little girl right here where the mouse icon is, right? People brought their kids to this kind of stuff. But whatever, it was all a good time. It was all a show, right? The 90s were wild, motherfucks.
As your girlfriend is dripping from orgasm, for I am the quintessential stud muffin and a goodness gracious, great balls of fire, goddamn handsome man, Joel. Whether the ladies are home or here in Dayton, they're watching me and masturbating. Gertner.
There you have it. That's basically it. The rest of it is not really part of the promo. How great was that, motherfucks? How awesome was that? I guess I'll just finish it for the sake of, giving it the respect it deserves.
And before I was so rudely interrupted by your applause, I was about to announce my colleague, my comrade, and my co-conspirator, the only man with the signs for the 1 and 999s, Sign Guy Dudley!
Sign Guy Dudley has a better gimmick than 95% of the current WWE and AEW roster.
As the two of us cordially and collectively introduce to you the team that gets more ass than the toilet seat at the proctologist's office. They are the ruling, reigning, and record-shattering. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not even 5, but Sign Guy. What's the name of that song that we were singing in the limo earlier? That's right. 867-5309. 6-time ECW Tag Team Champions of the World, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
There you have it, cucks. I don't think I need to say much more here. Look at the fact that the crowd was engaged the whole time. The crowd was interacted with. The people that were there are going to remember this day for the rest of their lives. And look at the actual ovation and the presentation of this. Now, noteworthy is the fact that this is only ECW, right? This isn't even WWE. So even a small company could do this and get ahead, right? The facts are what the facts are. Nowadays, people don't want good promos, right? People only want CM Punk to come out there and say witty things, right? The next time Kenny Omega comes out and he makes a Sephiroth reference, people are going to lose their minds. But look at the badassery here. Not just in the Dudley Boys, obviously, but even Joel Gertner and the crowd itself, right? You had kids laughing in the crowd, enjoying themselves. Nowadays, these kids are all fucking weird and they get excited. Oh, I'm going to sing along to like Seth Rollins' theme song. No, motherfuckers. Nobody wants to see that. What we want to see is more Joel Gertner and great wrestling promos that are both memorable and that invoke emotion in all of us. And that's all I got to say about that, cucks.